You are listening to Dragon Kiss by Megan Holtz on the Dark Divine Stories YouTube channel. You can read this chapter on Wattpad. Thank you so much for listening. Prologue Part 1. Falling Snow. Snow is falling outside, and I smile to myself. I loved watching the snowfall. To me it is the most beautiful thing in the world. Wintervale is the most beautiful place I have ever seen, but I am only 10 and have never even left my village. But this is paradise to me. I don't get cold, not here anyway. My dad said that if someone were to be away from the cold for a long time it would be difficult to rebuild tolerance to it. But I am an ice dragon, so it wouldn't be too bad for me to get used to the cold all over again. But then again, why would I ever leave paradise? Tessa, go get your brothers and tell them it's time for dinner. Yes, Mama. I get up and go outside to find my brothers. I want to play in the new snow, but I need to get my brothers first. I see Nedge flying overhead, and I run to where he is landing. 0. Tessa, what are you doing out here? Mama says it's time for dinner and you need to come home. I'll be there in a few minutes. I have to unload the supplies I picked up. Okay, I'll go find the others. Hey, be careful, the snow is starting to pick up. I don't want you getting lost. I'll be fine. I walk away heading to where I know Glaze is laying waiting for Isara. He turns to me as I approach and growls. Hello. Hello, Glaze, I growl back and scratch him on his head. He growls again, this time with pleasure, and then licks me. I laugh. Can you take me to Isara? Yes, Glaze stops moving and lets me get on his back. With a few flaps of his wings, we are airborne. Once in the air he flies around the village and lands next to the edge of it. Hey Glaze, what brings you here? Isara, Mama says it's time for dinner and to come home. Tessa, the snow is getting thicker. What are you doing out here? Telling you it's time for supper. I roll my eyes. As if I could get lost in the village, I'm not now. He's young, so he gets turned around a lot. Glaze, take Tessa home, okay? I don't want her getting lost. I know my way around the village. Glaze opens his wings again. A moment later I am home. Glaze lands next to Sleet, who growls a hello to me. I growl the same to him and pet his head. Sleet is my father's ice dragon, and I heard he and my father have been together since birth. It's rare for an ice dragon to be with his human half since birth, but it's not unheard of. My mother's dragon Hale has her head on Sleet's back. She's more blue than white, but it's nothing uncommon. Most ice dragons are different shades of blue, white, or even a light gray. The ground shakes when Froze lands. She earns a growl from her mother, but the dragon ignores her and snuggles up to me. Froze is my older sister Iglis's dragon and the newest addition to our family. She's only been with us about a year now and is the youngest dragon here in the village. I missed you too. But you haven't been gone that long, I tell her. Froze just growls as I pet her. Tessa, it's time to come in. My father's voice is loud and causes the dragons to back away so I can go inside. When I go inside, my brothers and sister are already there waiting for me. Sono greets me when I walk in. Sono is my father's snow leopard. It's rare to bond with both a dragon and a snow leopard, but it can be done if both find you worthy. I pet him and head to the dinner table. What took so long? She was playing with the dragons again. My dad sits next to me. Yes, they are quite taken with her, aren't they? My mother serves the meal. It's a sign that Tessa will have her own dragon one day. Iglis pats me on the head. Stop it, I am not a child, I glared at my sister. There's nothing wrong with being a child, Tessa. You have to make yourself strong so you can meet your dragon one day, Isara says with a mouth full of food. Isara, don't talk with your mouth full, you know better than that, my mother scolds him. Sorry, Isara says after swallowing his food. Tessa is a unique girl. She can talk to both dragons and snow leopards like I can. I'm sure when she gets older, she will show us all how her dragon will be. I only hope her dragon isn't as stubborn as she is. I huff and cross my arms. They are making fun of me again. Why do they have to do that? I know how to compromise, there are just things you don't compromise on. Stop teasing, you're making her upset. Eat before it gets cold. The ground shakes violently and I heard a growl outside. Grandpa is back, I say, getting up. Tessa, stop. What? I was surprised by my father's sharp tone. The snow is getting too thick, you could get lost. Wait for him to come in and then you can greet him. I wanted to say hi to Driftro too. You can greet him tomorrow. It's time for dinner and then it will be time for you to go to bed. Fine, I let out a sigh and waited for my grandfather to come inside. Tessa, he says, lifting me up and hugging me, how are you? I'm fine, I'm glad you're back. Me too. Papa now runs over to him and hugs his legs. I hug my grandmother when she comes in. An hour later I'm lying in bed looking out my window. The snow is getting heavier now. The gods must think we need it, or maybe one of the dragons thinks we need more snow. Ice dragons love snow. The snow is so heavy I can't even see the colored lights in the sky tonight. I'm happy my grandparents got back before the storm got too bad out. If the snow is heavy enough, even an ice dragon can have trouble seeing through it. I let out a sigh and closed my eyes, but for some reason I couldn't go to sleep. I sit up and look out of the window. There isn't anything out there that I can see. I don't even see the dragons, but they may just be hidden under the snow. There is a lot of it after all. I have a strange feeling. I feel like I'm not supposed to be here. That's strange. I've never felt like that before. I try closing my eyes again, but no matter how many times I try I can't sleep. I feel like something is wrong. I look out the window again and the snow is starting to cover the window. I open it and push the snow away from the window. Cold air rushed in and I shivered at the sudden coldness of the outside. Normally the cold doesn't bother me. I close the window and look outside. The strange feeling is getting stronger and stronger. I feel like I'm being drawn outside, as if something or someone is calling to me. What if something is hurt out there, or stuck in the snow, lost? I start to worry, and this strange feeling takes over completely. I don't feel like myself anymore. Am I even in my room anymore? A loud sound snaps me out of it. I look around my room and there is nothing there. I decided to look around the house. But when I do, everything is dark and my family is sleeping. Why can't I sleep? The strange feeling comes back. I feel like I have no control over myself anymore, but I'm worried that one of the sacred animals needs help. I can't just ignore it. I start walking forward as the strange feeling gets stronger. I open the front door and walk outside into the snowstorm. As I do, everything goes blank. Thank you for listening to Dragon Kiss Prologue Part 1. If you like this story, please let me know by leaving a like and a comment. This chapter is also available to read on Wattpad. I have many stories on Wattpad, and even more stories are going to be coming to my YouTube channel soon, so make sure you subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Thank you again for listening and have a wonderful day.